Welcome to Delta Wing Aviation Academy, where we prepare you for takeoff.
Hello, pilots. Welcome back to Delta Wing Aviation Academy, where we prepare you for takeoff. In today's regulation-focused lesson from our Private Pilot series, we will continue building your foundation in the Private Pilot Airman Certification Standards, ACS. Let's move forward and begin with an important area in aircraft regulations. We'll be starting with Task B, Airworthiness Requirements. In this video, we will focus on PA.I.B.K2 pilot-performed preventative maintenance. What is preventive maintenance? Who can perform preventive maintenance? What tasks are allowed and perform preventive maintenance? Approval for return to service. Logbook entry requirements. Before we begin, keep in mind that FAA regulations will appear on screen throughout the video. Feel free to pause, take notes, or capture screenshots for revision. Now let's go step by step together. We'll break everything down using simple explanations, real-world examples, and Checkride-focused understanding, so you can confidently apply this knowledge in exams and real operations. And if you're short on time, don't worry. Stay until the end, where we'll summarize everything in a quick and easy revision format. All right, pilots, let's begin. So first, let's understand what preventive maintenance actually means.
According to the FAA, defined in 14 CFR Part 43, Appendix A, and explained in the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge.
Preventive maintenance means simple or minor preservation tasks or the replacement of small standard parts. It does not involve complex assembly or major disassembly. The Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, PA.I.B.K, Chapter 9 defines it as simple or minor preservation operations that do not involve complex assembly. Examples include changing engine oil, replacing a tire, installing new spark plugs. You can find a full list in PA.I.B.K, Chapter 9, FAA Part 43 Appendix AC. Now let's move on to who is actually allowed to perform it. According to 14 CFR Section 43.3 any person holding at least a private pilot certificate may perform preventive maintenance. Key conditions: the aircraft must be owned or operated by the pilot. The aircraft must not be used for commercial operations, Part 121, 129, or 135. Part 121, air carriers. Part 135, air taxi. Part 129, foreign air carriers. Task must strictly qualify as preventive maintenance under Part 43. Since private pilots typically operate under Part 91, this requirement is usually satisfied. Checkride tip. Under 14 CFR 43.3 a private pilot may perform preventive maintenance on an aircraft they own or operate, provided it is not operated under Parts 121, 135, or 129, and the task is listed as preventive maintenance under Part 43, Appendix AC. Now let's move on and see what exactly is allowed. What preventive maintenance tasks can be performed? Engine and oil system, oil change, oil filter replacement, spark plug replacement, landing gear, tire replacement, tire servicing, minor strut servicing, electrical system, battery replacement, light bulb replacement, lens replacement, airframe non-structural, seat belts replacement, interior panel replacement non-structural, minor fabric patching, hardware and miscellaneous, safety wire, cotter pins, standard bolts and nuts, lubrication. What is not allowed? Engine overhauls or repairs, structural repairs, avionics installation or complex wiring, any major disassembly or reassembly. Easy way to remember: simple plus no complex assembly is preventive maintenance. Now let's move on to an important concept: approval for return to service. According to 14 CFR Section 43.7 F, return to service means the required maintenance certification that confirms maintenance has been properly performed in accordance with applicable regulations. Simple explanation: after any maintenance, including preventive maintenance, the aircraft may not be operated until it has been properly returned to service in accordance with FAA regulations. This means the maintenance has been completed correctly. The required logbook entry has been made under Section 43.9. The appropriate person has signed the return to service statement. Now let's move on to who can actually approve it. A&P mechanic, yes. FAA repair station, yes. Private pilot, yes. Only for preventive maintenance they personally performed under Section 43.3 G. Private pilot limitation, important. So here's the limitation you must remember. A private pilot may only approve return to service when they perform preventive maintenance themselves. The task is listed under 14 CFR, Part 43, Appendix AC. The aircraft is properly documented under Section 43.9. The aircraft complies with Section 91.7, Airworthiness Responsibility. Important note. Now let's be very clear. A private pilot cannot approve return to service for annual inspections, 100-hour inspections, major repairs, alterations, 100-hour and annual inspection clarification. Now let's break this down clearly. 14 CFR Section 91, 409B leads to 100-hour inspection requirement. 14 CFR Section 91, 409A leads to annual inspection requirement. 14 CFR Section 43.7F return to service authorization. So finally, a 100-hour inspection and annual inspection must be returned to service by a certificated A&P mechanic or an FAA-approved repair station, and a private pilot may not sign or approve these inspections. Now let's move on to documentation. Logbook entry requirement. According to 14 CFR Section 43.9, after performing preventive maintenance, the pilot must make a maintenance record entry that includes description of work performed or reference to data used, date of completion, aircraft total time in service, statement of approval or disapproval for return to service, name of person performing work, signature, certificate number and type. So here's something very important. The entry is not required to state airworthy. It must state whether the aircraft is approved or not approved for return to service. Now let's see an example. Sample log entry, approved return to service. Date, April 11th, 2026. Aircraft, Cessna 172S, N123AB. Total time, 2,000 hours. Maintenance performed, changed engine oil and oil filter in accordance with manufacturer guidance. Statement, I certify that this maintenance was performed in accordance with applicable preventive maintenance requirements and the aircraft is approved for return to service. Name, signature, certificate number, certificate type, sample entry, discrepancy found. Date, April 11th, 2026. Aircraft, Cessna 172S, N123AB. Total time, 2,000 hours. Maintenance performed, inspection of main landing gear tires. Statement, condition noted, excessive tire wear observed. Aircraft is not approved for return to service until corrective maintenance is completed. Name, signature, certificate number, certificate type. Final Checkride summary. Preventive maintenance equals simple maintenance tasks. Part 43, Appendix AC. Private pilots may perform it under Section 43.3 G. Logbook entry is mandatory under Section 43.9. Return to service allowed only if pilot performed the work. Inspections, 100-hour annual, require mechanic approval. Checkride-style oral questions. Now let's move into DPE-style questions. Examiner asks, can a pilot perform preventive maintenance on an aircraft used in a flight school rental fleet? Answer it, yes, in many cases. A private pilot may perform preventive maintenance under 14 CFR, Section 43.3 G, if they are acting as the operator of the aircraft at that time. The aircraft is not operated under Part 121, 135, or 129. The task is listed in 14 CFR, Part 43 Appendix AC. The aircraft operator, flying club or school permits it. Key FAA concept. Ownership is not required. Operational control as the operator is what matters. However, the flight school or club may still restrict who can perform maintenance. Examiner asks, can you sign off a 100-hour inspection as a private pilot? Answer it, no. A 100-hour inspection must be returned to service by an appropriately certificated A&P mechanic or an FAA approved repair station under 14 CFR Section 43.7 and Section 91.409. A private pilot may only approve return to service after performing authorized preventive maintenance they personally performed under Section 43.3G. Examiner asks, you perform an oil change on an aircraft you rent from a flying club. Can you sign it off in the logbook? Answer it, yes, only if you meet 14 CFR Section 43.3G requirements. You must be acting as the operator of the aircraft, and the task must be listed under Part 43, Appendix AC. Rental alone is not enough. You must have operational control of the aircraft at the time of maintenance. Examiner asks, you replace a worn tire on your aircraft. A friend who is an A&P mechanic supervises but does not perform the work. Who signs the return to service? Answer it. The pilot who performed the preventive maintenance signs the logbook entry and return to service statement, provided the work is within Appendix AC. An A&P mechanic only signs return to service if they are performing or certifying maintenance within their required authority, not merely supervising. Examiner asks, after performing preventive maintenance, you forget to make a logbook entry but fly the aircraft. Is the aircraft legal? Answer it, no. The aircraft has not been properly returned to service under Section 43.9, so it is not in compliance with maintenance record requirements, even if the work was physically completed. Examiner asks, you change spark plugs, but later discover one was incorrectly gapped after the aircraft flew. Who is responsible? Answer it. The pilot who performed the maintenance is responsible for the quality of the work. However, under 14 CFR Section 91.7, the pilot in command is always responsible for determining the aircraft is in an airworthy condition before flight. Examiner asks, can a private pilot perform preventive maintenance on an aircraft that is out of annual inspection? Answer it. No flight may occur until the annual inspection is properly signed off by an A&P mechanic or repair station under Section 91.409 and Section 43.7. Preventive maintenance does not override required inspections. Examiner asks, you perform preventive maintenance, but the aircraft still has a known squawk that makes it unairworthy. Can you sign the return to service? Answer it, no. A return to service statement may only be made if the aircraft is in a condition for safe operation after maintenance is completed. If a discrepancy remains, the aircraft must be grounded until corrected. Examiner asks, a pilot performs preventive maintenance on an aircraft, and another pilot flies it afterward. Is the second pilot legal to operate it? Answer it, only if the maintenance was properly completed under Section 43.3G. A valid logbook entry was made under Section 43.9. The aircraft was properly returned to service under Section 43.7. Examiner asks, you lubricate flight controls as preventive maintenance. Do you need an A&P inspection before flight? Answer it, no. No A&P inspection is required for preventive maintenance listed in Part 43 Appendix AC. The pilot may return the aircraft to service if it is properly documented and airworthy under Section 91.7. Examiner asks, what happens if a pilot performs preventive maintenance correctly but forgets to include their certificate number in the logbook entry? Answer it, The entry is incomplete under Section 43.9, and the aircraft has not been properly returned to service until the record is corrected. Examiner asks, classic trap, so if you can do the maintenance, you can always fly it afterward, right? Answer it, no. I may only operate the aircraft if it has been properly returned to service under Section 43.7, properly documented under Section 43.9, and determined to be in an airworthy condition under Section 91.7. Thanks for watching today's video on recent flight experience for private pilots. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating clear, FAA accurate aviation education. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the next video.